Triple C create. We'll just chill out, and when the tire gets back here, we'll fill you in.
How about I find a sewing needle, I'll throw it in the ditch, and you guys go find it?
That is sketchy.
Do you see what I got to deal with? Throw a sewing needle in the ditch of grass and look for it for fun. Does this look tell you anything? We'll see you in a little bit.
I don't know.
Triple C Creations, short notice, tool, engaged. Well, no, just done. Okay, we got this thing pulled up closer to the shop. Got the loader, lifted it up so I can get underneath. I'm going to pull this differential out and fuel tanks. We're going to strip everything out from underneath this, pull this motor out, and then we'll probably tack the front. But check this out. I'm doing the dry shaft. It had an aftermarket cruise control in it. I remember these things, and you could buy this so you could put it on any kind of vehicle. And so here's the wiring for it. This ran up to the dash, up to the controller, and because it doesn't have the fancy computers and it didn't have the fancy cables, so on the Speedo this would wire up to the controllers and stuff on the turn signal or whatever it was for the cruise control. But this is how it knew how fast you were going down the road to tell the cruise control to pull on the carburetor on the throttle. And it was a little magnetic pickup. 2 wires and a little magnet zip tied, or actually it was a piece of metal. I believe this is the magnet. And a little winding in there. And when this went by, it excited it and made a little signal. And it would count 1, 2. 1, 2, and it would figure out, and it's just held on there by, I think they were zip ties and some kind of glue. Yeah, it looks like some kind of epoxy glue on there. And that was the cruise control. And that's as simple as it was. And it worked. As long as you didn't go off-roading and rip this off, but it worked. So I just thought I'd get a kick out of that. You guys might get a kick out of that. I got the rest of the cruise control. I even found the owner's manual for the cruise control. How to install it and how to work it and operate it. But I'm going to get this drive shaft off. Get all this stuff off. Rip all this. Take this exhaust off. Pull the differential out. Pull the leaves out. We don't need any of this stuff. There's just a bunch of extra weight. I'm probably going to keep this diff. This is a heavy duty 1-ton diff in here. So I'm not sure which diff it is. I gotta get it out so I can get some numbers off of it. I've roughly guessed it's like about a 410, 411 rear end gears here, but I'll know better when I get it out. So let's rip her out of there. Look how much expandifoam's on the floor, like everywhere. It is like the whole thing right from the, even the front fender wells are when I took the cab off. I don't know why. Maybe noise, I don't know, insulation. But everywhere I'm taking the foam off, look at this. It's like a time capsule. You see this? It's like brand new. This is a 1968 GMC motorhome. This probably has been sitting inside this expanded foam. This is the e-brake cable. Look at this. Look how shiny it is. It looks like the day it got put in. Oh, there's another one. Let's see. Look at that. See, I didn't put that on there. Brand new. Huh. Oh well, keep plugging at this. Well, this thing must have been a bugger to change tires. This is the suspension fully stretched out with the shocks undone and everything. And the wheels, I had to get them out because I can't get this high enough to pull this whole differential. I thought I was going to put it on the wheels and just roll it out, but jeepers, I'd have to have this thing like 6 miles in the sky to get it up. Well, you know, a few more inches at least. So I took the wheels off and drop it. But I started cutting the U-bolts out, and there's a lot of weight there. So I got a jack on each side and a stand on the front. And then we're going to try to set it down nicely and then pull it out. Chances are this is going to go dunk, and I go, but this is what we're going to do. So let's give her a shot and see what happens. First, safety first. I'm unplugged. Yeah, of course. Ooh, doesn't look too good either. Ooh, maybe we won't use that one. One more evil. Well, another day and an update on the toy hauler trailer, aka motorhome. How do I explain it? Well, I'll show you here. So I thought, just like every other project, right? No big deal. You know, just take this off, put that off, take this off, flip it on, done, right? Perfect. Then we'll just do the little stuff afterwards. I've made projects where I've been pretty accurate and actually went down and made little diagrams down to the 1/2 inch and like that and everything like that, measure everything out, make it fit and everything. Hey, Perch. And then I have other projects where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, but hey, wait a minute, that'd be cool if we did this way, or maybe we'll put it this way, or you know what, that doesn't fit, let's cut it this way and we'll put it this. 3 days later, 3 years later, whatever. So that's kind of what this thing's done. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna put some wheels underneath it, rip the cab off, done. Then I discovered, oh, guess what? The fenders don't come off. They're welded on. Oh, the cab doesn't come out easy. Oh, I'll cut that off. We'll cut this off. We'll take this off. We'll take that out. Take this out. This has turned into a bigger project than I wanted. It's all cool. It's working. But now we're down to, we have ripped everything out. Almost nothing left here. Fuel, 2 fuel tanks, a whole differential, all the piping. There was water pipes in here, sewer pipes in here, propane pipes in here, cables, brake line hoses. I got a couple of copper lines left here from the heater, diesel heater or whatever is in here. And yeah, so we got a cross member, take out of there, and then I guess we're gonna block this thing up and we're gonna cut this whole front end off. Let's go shunk, and then we'll go get the trailer way out there and bring it all the way over here, and we're gonna sneak it underneath, and then we're gonna see where we need to cut it, and then we'll be close to getting closer to done. And then once that fits, then we're gonna make a wall from here down, floor, wall, and then be a hitch out the front, everything else, and then she'll make a nice long thing there. I even took the fender wells out, so that's where we're at. So now I just got to get this last bracket off, block it up, and then we're just gonna sawzall it off. This mess. Oh, I don't even know what day it is now. Still working away at this toy hauler. As you can see in the background, well, that'd be Perch, the outdoor kitty, shop kitty, whatever you want to call him. So, just plugging away at this, and I'll show you what I'm gonna. Look at all this expandifoam, like, all this. Look at this. Just, God, there's a lot. There's a ton underneath this thing. And look, all the floor. I've already taken like 2 bags full of this stuff off the ground already. And all I'm trying to do is, if it can make sense here, see the frame rail there? That I'm making a gallery, a notch all the way down so they can sit down in that frame. So I just thought maybe show you how thick this expandifoam is in this thing. And I gotta chop away at this thing just so I can cut at it. And I'll have to knock more of this out just so I can do a little bit of welding here and there. So now I got this side. I gotta knock out the old spring perch out. Take that out. Not this perch the kitty. The spring perch. Perch kitty, spring perch. And then I got another spring perch in the back, and then 2 more cuts behind it. And then I could finally sneak this in, except I gotta do a little notch there and a little notch there, and then we should be able to bring this in, line it up, bring it down. So, and we'll get some tires on this thing too. But that's where I'm at right now. Just wanted you to see how much expanded foam I've been chipping away at this thing. This is unreal. Just slows me down. Well, see here, I think I'm just about ready to call it a night. But I finally got the frame in here. The idea is get this lined up. It's got to scoot over this way. This light. And yeah, this has to go that way, maybe about 2.5 inches, and slide up into the notches, and I'll lower this down, and then see what I got to trim. The idea is that we'll stitch weld on each side of it. It'll be about 4 spots on each side, so it'll be 8 stitches. Between that and the weight and everything, it's not going to go nowhere. But just, oh man, just chewing away at this. This expanded foam is just ridiculous. But it's on here. So, valves here. We had to put some notching all on the inside. So, and this here, I got to chop this off. This is in the way of the wheel. So we got that off, and then we got this wheel almost centered up. Might have to tweak it a little bit, but now we're running tandems. We're gonna have to tunk or back. Maybe let's make a straight line, taper across, come to the back. Might be even simpler instead of making some weird arch. Put aside, that's not a big deal. And then go to the front. Same thing. That should go up, slip into there. Stitch welded there, stitch welded there. And then from about here, we're going to go up to the front here. I'm just going to put a wall here and a wall, wall on each side. And then close this all in, put a floor on it. That should be good. I left this space here so I can get at this pin. That's for that tilt. So the idea is that eventually we can tilt this thing up, and then we'll put the low pro tires on it, and hopefully we'll bring this down a lot. But I'm beat. I'm done for tonight. So yeah, I'll just keep going at it, but got lots done today. So see you tomorrow, I guess. Well, I've lost track of how many days I've been on this thing. It's not been that long, but this seems like this keeps going. Fine, put one thing together, find another thing, put it whatever. But good news, wheels are under it. Obviously we're gonna trim that off and everything, but frame's pretty much in. Got her sucked up in here. It's got a chain here holding it together. We got it clamped in the back, and then she's all notched all the way down inside the frame. So the next step is, we're gonna get this thing on the ground. We're gonna move her closer to the shop, and we'll get underneath it and start putting some plates down and weld her on and get her tacked together. And then we're going to make a floor here, a wall from here, box her in, and then obviously we'll fill up the little holes and stuff. The next big part about this one is cut that back wall. I haven't figured out quite which way I want to go. I don't know if I want to take that whole wall and just flip it, you know, the back, flip it up and then put ramps on the bottom, or if you can see it, get the focus here, from there across that middle where there's a crease, I think I'm cutting it there, make the top windows go up on shocks or something. On the bottom we're going to put two plates. I'm going to lay it down, flip it again, and there'll be a ramp. And then on top of that we have an option. Pull this pin, flip this lever up, and I think I got an idea for cranking it, but I won't give it away just yet. I'll just get it sit in here, and it'll lift it up and tilt it, keep it there, bring it back down. So yeah, so she's going to have an open back, ramps, option, tip it up, and we have some other plans here in a few weeks for this thing if it's ready, and we'll give it a shot and see if it works. So let's get this guy down here and get her to the shop. Well, we got her sit on the frame, get her up the shop, and I see my first mistake. I notched all these frames so it'd be up so much, and then I realized there was these towers and I had to cut this. What I didn't realize, the frame comes along here and then goes uphill, and then you can see it dropping back down, and I measured for there, not here. So these plates I cut out, I kind of wanted to put some support and an excuse to hook onto this. So I took the same plates I cut out, and we will just put that there. That way it gives some support, attaches it to it. I think that'll work. I'll just stitch there, stitch all the way around, and we're done. Well, a little update here on the toy hauler. Let's see here. Now we got her all closed in. We're gonna bring this trim down and fill all this up in here, but finally got it closed off. This gives a little more idea of what I was after. So that's all closed in. Let's seal it up better. A little peek inside. So let's take a peek inside. Oh. Where we're at. Okay. So we got all this in here. Let's go fill those holes up there. Hole up for the fender wells. Clean this up. This is what I got so far. Got the front wall in. Got all this here. We got a sheet of plywood to put here, here, and then we're going to put plywood across to make the floor. We'll continue on over there, so we have a full floor. That should be it. I even left the bed in here. We can store tires up here. We can throw a mattress up here. Hang out in here. So I want to take this thing to the lake. Hey, perch. And see if we can take the bikes out, go hang out at the lake and everything. I have about one more night to do this. So yeah. Hey, what's up, perch? But you may hear it in my voice. It's tired. It's almost 3 in the morning. I've been pushing hard for this. So backside here, we're gonna take the back wall, cut it in half. Bottom part's ramp, top half's gonna curl up. So then, but I don't know if I'm gonna get at that yet. The camera's messing with me. But we'll just see if we can get this closed in enough and get it roadworthy so we can take it to the lake, and then we'll go from there. Might load the bikes up here, truck, whatever, and we'll try it out, see how it pulls down the road. So yeah, just wanted to give an update, see where it's at with. So I think we're gonna shut her down tonight and get back here tomorrow night and get her done, hopefully. So to the next video, I guess. Bye. Well, we got the motorhome going here, or the toy hauler. I'm just getting some of the lights going here. I was gonna put new taillights. These are all smashed and rotten out. I'm gonna pull it out, and there's a joint. I don't know what was going on here. Look at this. This wire goes nowhere. Spliced into like a 3-way. This wire goes in, wire goes out. But this was just tucked behind. It wasn't hooked to anything. Then you go look on this side, and the same thing. And another wire tucked to nothing. Then you look up, and there's 2 wires taped together. And there's another wire taped together. What on earth? What were these for? It's just a taillight and turn signal light. Wait a minute here. Does that make any sense? Hey, it's Maz. Yeah, a little more on that, I guess it's the next day here. There's a bit of a story for that toy hauler. It's okay. But just in the little shop here, believe it or not, I don't have anything major in here. I'm sure that'll last about a day. And then we'll have something else in here. But I want to go show you up where I'm at with the toy hauler. So go for a little walk here amongst all the other projects. That's got something going on. That's got something going on. I can tell you it's sure hot out today. But today is a day off. We're going to go to this event. It's called the Thrashman's Reunion. It's an old museum on tractors and steam engines and stuff, and go check out all that stuff on that. And we're going to go to the rodeo afterwards, and we'll see how the night goes. Maybe we'll go out to the, whatever, we'll figure it out. But this is where we are, toy hauler. So now it's all closed in. Obviously we got to finish up this was just down temporary. We're gonna try to rebend all this, bring it all down, and then put all the filler across here. We'll seal this all up nice and do some of the trim just to finish up. But this is the general idea, what I was actually, and then yeah, I think we're gonna cut this off and we're just gonna make it a little more. The whole idea was to kind of give it the illusion that it's a camper, but it's not. I did keep the bed up there, so, and like I said, I was rushing and pushing late nights trying to get this so we could go up to the lake But that's the issue. Here, let's take a quick look inside. Whew. Okay, it's a little muddy in here. That wall gotta be cut out, and we're gonna make the door. But we just put this temporary. We're gonna make a nicer floor in here. Might keep that storage. We got all this here. This is all closed in. We just got a little more framing to do. And yeah, I was thinking of putting tires, something like that. It is a bed technically, so it could stay in here. And it does have, fans. Obviously, got to clean it out, but it's got a little electric fan. It's got another vent over there where the washroom used to be. Still kept some of the power in here, and there's plugins. So I still got all that to do. But this is what the deal was. I had this trailer and the 83 hooked to her, and it's got the hitch on the back and everything from when it was still a motorhome. So I come up with a bright idea. I usually take this trailer and we go down to the lake, and then we put the big tent on top of this, and then I got all these jacks and everything that I use for loading that, and it turns into, I can take the trailer and I can level it all out and everything. Yeah, I know, another project. So I thought, hey, let's just take this and we'll just hook it on to that. So I wired up lights and everything else, and rushed, and it was raining. We were gonna head down to the lake. It should have stopped raining by the time we got there. We were just gonna crash out in here for a bit for the night, set up tent, and the bikes and everything eventually will go in there, but we just threw them on here for now. This is going to be the toy hauler. So we're all set up. We had spare tires, we had the jacks, we had the chains, everything's all done. So we may have, let's just say a certain officer pulled us over in the rain. All the lights are working, everything's going, but he didn't appreciate how we had everything hooked up. We'll just say it, that's all it was. And I think he was just having a bad night. I don't know what the deal was. So we had to turn around, come back, and it started raining more. We had to come through back roads, and so in the end we just brought it back, unhooked it, parked it, hooked on the trailer. We never did make it to the lake that night, but we went to the lake the very next morning, loaded up the bikes, and I'll show you a couple little clips where we set up tent on the car hauler trailer. So the rest of the weekend was good, and then we'll get back in that toy hauler, and I don't know, we'll pick a project when we go back in this one, or we'll go back in that one. We're probably gonna go on the yellow one. The yellow one, we got more stuff to do. So yeah, this is Maz. I think that's it. We're taking the rest of the day off, well deserved, at least I think I do, and they're gonna head out. So hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna keep working on these videos. Like I said, new to the channel, hit the bell icon. This is probably the next thing we're gonna be on again, and amongst all of them, hit the bell icon. Then it'll notify you when I upload next one video. It should be coming around a little more often. And yeah, this is Maz. So bye. Smile from mom and dad.